Namaskaram and good morning to everyone.
Sadhguru, can you please let us know about your love for sports and what you feel about the importance of sports in the day-to-day life?
Oh, I have no love for sport. I am a sport. In the sense, to love you need two entities. But I think that is what is missing in too many lives, that they are not a sport. It's not necessary you must be a champion like you, not everybody becomes a champion. But you can be a sport in every little thing that you do. Or you can be conceited nonsense. Sport means you're willing to lose, you're willing to win, you're wanting to win but willing to lose. Being conceited means no matter what, I want to win. So being a sport is very important. Whether you actually play a sport or not is not the important thing. That may happen to some people, may not happen to some people, due to variety of engagements that people have. But being a sport is most important. If you're not a sport, you really have no business here. I don't mean the academy, I mean in the world. Really. Because then you're trying to defy the fundamentals of life process. Because the nature of life process is such, it is very much like a sport. In the sense, the beauty about a game is, there's a set of rules. If you don't follow the rules, there's really no game. If you break the rule, there's no rule, there's no game. This is something that most people don't get when they're driving on the street, when they're working in their offices, when they're running the governments, and variety of things that people are doing, they don't understand whether I like the rule or don't like the rule. If I want the game to continue in a sensible manner, I have to stick to the rules. I may not like it. I don't like the speed limit, don't like it at all, because I would like the speed limit to be decided by me. But there is a speed limit. Whether I like it or not, it's important that you stick to the rule, all right? Because then there won't be a game. It actually looks like adventure when one person breaks the rule. But if everybody breaks the rule, it'll be a disaster, isn't it? One guy who just comes in the opposite direction, this is a famous hobby for a lot of people. They're coming in the opposite side of the direction, the DG is here. No, you're not traffic, so it's okay. They are coming in the opposite direction. They think they're doing something adventurous. They don't understand, if everybody did the same thing, life would be a disaster, isn't it? So it's very important that right from early age, people get involved in some kind of sport because you learn to follow the rule, otherwise there's no game. It's very, very important. I think that's seriously missing in our populations. They've never played a game, they don't know the significance of a rule. What is the problem if the shuttle falls in or out? What is the problem? I can argue you out of it. This is the way the country is running right now. It doesn't matter, it's in or out, I can argue with you endlessly. So, one thing is the rule, which sets a human being to a certain pitch that all of us, if we have to live together, there have to be some rule, isn't it? Otherwise every moment we'll be clashing. The next most important part of the game is, I want to win, I really want to win. But if I lose, it's all right with me. See, I don't want to win, no game. Somebody who says, I don't want to win, they think it's saintly, nothing saintly about it, it's just stupid. I don't want to win is not a game, I want to win. Like you did to me today. So you're letting the shuttle fall down when I hit the really. Shot because you want me to win, that's not a game.
No.
The thing is, the moment you say, I don't want to win, there is no game, isn't it? I want to win, but if I lose, I'm all right with it, I'll go gracefully with my loss. This is something most human beings lack. They're such lousy losers When they lose something, they become so bitter and terrible to each other. These two things if people have, will produce good citizens in the country. So, the sport has always drawn me, every kind. People thought I went to school, I only went to the playground. I kind of involved in every kind of game that was available in the school. Fortunately, I studied in a multi-purpose school, which had a lot of opportunity for that. But later on, I got too much involved in trekking and motorcycling and hang gliding, so I dropped this other sport, which took me away from the, field kind of sports. But I've been playing off and on with my schedule, it's very difficult to find time to play. But here and there I'm hitting a ball, and after too many injuries right through my body, all kinds of injuries, now the only game that's really left for me is golf. So I'm playing that off and on. I'm saying this because a lot of people have very cramped ideas about sport. It is not necessary. It's not even necessary for you to think you're going to be a champion. It's not about being a champion, it's about just playing well. Playing well does not mean playing as well as somebody. Playing well means to the fullest capacity that you're playing. Well, if nobody else is playing better than you, you will… even if you're a lousy player, if nobody else around you is playing better than you, you will become a great player in that crowd. But that's not the point. The point is, it is a way of stretching yourself to your limits, at least on the physical and mental space. If you don't do this in your life, you will become half a human being in some way. You do only what is within your comfort zone. You will not become a full-fledged human being. Somewhere you must go to a point where you would break, on the edge of the breaking point. If you don't go there, then you don't know what is life. Sport is the safest place to do that. You could go in a battlefield and do that, but you may get killed. Usually a battlefield is seen as the ultimate point to stretch yourself, but that could cost your life. Sport and sporting arena is a safe way of going into your battle, isn't it?
Very true,
Badminton racket doesn't kill anybody.
Any sport, yes.
Any sport for that matter. But it gives you that feeling of crossing your limits, but still there is no physical danger to you or to the other person. This is a significant platform for people to realize the limits of their own nature, because it's only when you play a game you understand how many problems you have within yourself. You understand? Most people don't know, when they go to the office like this and they come back, they don't know how many problems they have, how much of an issue they themselves are. When you play a game, all your issues will play up. So I think sport must be compulsory. Till 15 years of age, it must be compulsory. Every day a child must play, because otherwise we won't build good citizens in this country. Today is Republic Day, it's very important, because building a nation means building people. A great nation is not going to happen without creating great people. And playfulness and playing by the rule and wanting to win and losing gracefully, these are ingredients which makes a great citizen. It's very, very important.
Sadhguruji, from my own experience also, the other thing which sport, has taught me is, to learn gracefully, and to… when you lose, you always learn something, and that you can always apply in your, in your everyday life, as a student, as a corporate. So I think sport also teaches one to accept defeat gracefully, because in life, you cannot win every time. You sometimes, have to face defeats. So if you have played a sport, I think it teaches you, how to accept defeat gracefully.
Putting your head down, not in shame but in humility.
Yes.
It's very important.